Hello everyone, this is Rig. Welcome to a fascinating episode on the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. In this video, we journey back to ancient Mesopotamia to uncover the story of one of the seven wonders of the ancient world, where these lush terrace gardens, a symbol of royal love or a masterpiece of ancient engineering, were they really in Babylon or did they stand elsewhere? Join me as we explore historical texts, architectural theories, irrigation marvels, and the cultural significance of this legendary site. Whether you are a history lover, student, or an exam aspirant, this episode is made just for you. Introduction to Mesopotamian Civilization. Mesopotamia, meaning land between rivers, was located between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, covering areas of modern day Iraq, northeastern Syria, southern Turkey, and parts of western Iran. The fertile plains facilitated the cultivation of barley and wheat, leading to surplus production and population growth. Agricultural surplus supported the growth of cities as Uruk, which featured monumental architecture including ziggurats, massive temple complexes serving religious and administrative functions. The Sumerians developed cuneiform writing around 3400 BC, facilitating record keeping and administration. They also made advancements in mathematics, astronomy, and law, exemplified by the Code of Hammurabi. Initially organized into city states, Mesopotamian governance evolved into higher territorial states and empires, notably the Akkadian Empire established by Sargon of Akkad. Overview of the Seven Wonders of the Ancient World. Great Pyramid of Giza, constructed around 2600 BC in Egypt as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu. It stands at 146.6 meters and is the only wonder still in existence. Hanging Gardens of Babylon, allegedly built around 600 BC in ancient Babylon, present day Iraq, King Nebuchadnezzar for his wife Amytis, featuring terraced gardens with diverse flora. Statue of Zeus at Olympia, crafted around 435 BC in Greece by sculptor Phidias. This 12-meter tall ivory and gold statue honored the god Zeus. Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, completed around 550 BC in present-day Turkey. This grand temple was dedicated to the goddess Artemis. Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, built around 350 BC in modern-day Bodrum, Turkey, as a tomb for Mausolus, Persian governor of Caria. Colossus of Rhodes, erected around 280 BC in Rhodes, Greece, this 33-meter tall bronze statue honored the sun god Helios. Lighthouse of Alexandria, completed around 270 BC in Egypt, standing between 100 and 130 meters tall, guiding sailors to Alexandria's harbor. The legend of the Hanging Gardens. Historical attribution. The Hanging Gardens are traditionally attributed to King Nebuchadnezzar II, who ruled Babylon from 605 to 562 BC. Purpose of construction. According to legend, Nebuchadnezzar II built these gardens to console his wife, Queen Amytis of Media, who missed the green lush for her homeland. Description by ancient authors. Greek historians such as Strabo and Philo of Byzantium describe the gardens as having vaulted terraces and an advanced irrigation system. Debate. Some modern scholars question the existence of the Hanging Gardens, citing a lack of definitive archaeological evidence in Babylon. Alternative theories. Researcher Stephanie Delley proposed that the gardens were actually located in Nineveh and built by Assyrian king Sennacherib around 700 BC. Historical accounts and descriptions. Around 290 BC, Babylonian priest Berosus attributed the Hanging Gardens to King Nebuchadnezzar II, describing lush greenery atop a multi-tiered structure. In the 1st century BC, Greek historian Diodorus depicted the gardens as ascending terraces, 400 feet per side, reaching 50 cubits in height, supported by the arched walls and irrigated by water drawn from the Euphrates River. Roman historian Quintus Curtius Rufus noted the garden's location atop a citadel, adorned with diverse flora, constructed to console a queen longing for her mountainous homeland. Greek geographer Strabo, in the early 1st century AD, detailed the garden's vaulted terraces and an irrigation system utilizing screws to elevate water from the river. Philo of Byzantium praised the garden's engineering, highlighting the deep soil terraces and intricate irrigation that sustained a variety of trees and plants. Architecture and engineering. Ancient Greek accounts describe the Hanging Gardens as a man made mountain featuring terrace levels resembling an amphitheater, constructed using stone, brick, and bitumen. Each side measured approximately 30 meters in length, with a top level reaching a height of 25 meters. The walls were about 6.5 meters thick, supporting interlocking galleries atop vaulted rooms. The gardens employed an advanced irrigation system to sustain the vegetation in Babylon's arid climate. This system likely included a series of water wheels, pumps, and cisterns to transport water from the Euphrates River to the elevated terraces. To prevent water leakage and structural damage, the Babylonians possibly used asphaltum to seal the terraces, demonstrating their advanced understanding of waterproofing methods. The terraces were constructed using mud bricks and stone, materials commonly utilized in Mesopotamian architecture. The irrigation techniques of the Hanging Gardens reflect early applications of hydroponic principles, enabling soil-free cultivation by delivering nutrient-rich water directly to plant roots. Irrigation techniques of the Hanging Gardens. Chain pump mechanism. The Hanging Gardens employed a chain pump system to elevate water from the Euphrates River to the upper terraces. This device consisted of buckets attached to a continuous chain looped over wheels at the top and bottom. As the chain rotated, buckets collected water at the river level and transported it upward. They were emptied into channels that distributed water throughout the gardens. Archimedean screw utilization. Some historical accounts suggest the use of an Archimedean screw for irrigation. This apparatus featured a helical surface surrounding a central cylindrical shaft, which, when rotated, lifted water efficiently. Notably, such technology would have predated Archimedes by approximately 350 years. The garden's design included ascending terraces constructed atop stone arches. Water lifted to the highest terrace cascaded down a network of channels and pools, ensuring even distribution and creating a cooling effect. Waterproofing measures to prevent water seepage and structural damage, the terraces were lined with materials such as reeds, bitumen, and lead. These layers acted as waterproof barriers, preserving the integrity of the underlying structures. Labor and power sources. The operation of these irrigation devices likely required continuous human or animal labor. Slaves or domesticated animals would have been employed to turn the wheels or cranks, facilitating the movement of water to the elevated garden levels. Flora of the Hanging Gardens. The gardens featured native Mesopotamian flora, including date palms, tamarisk, and various fruit bearing trees such as figs, almonds, and olives. To create a lush environment reminiscent of mountainous regions, exotic species like cedars, cypresses, and myrtles were imported. The terraces likely included fragrant plants such as myrrh and frankincense, valued for their scents and uses in rituals. Flowering vines like jasmine adorned the structures, providing aesthetic appeal and shade. The combination of native and exotic species created a microclimate supporting a variety of plants, contributing to the garden's reputation as an engineering marvel. Cultural significance of the Hanging Gardens. The Hanging Gardens exemplified King Nebuchadnezzar's two powers and wealth during his reign from 605 to 562 BC, showcasing the zenith of Babylonian civilization. The gardens represented a harmonious blend of human ingenuity and natural beauty, reflecting the Babylonian ethos of integrating the built environment with the natural world. As one of the seven wonders of the ancient world, the Hanging Gardens inspired awe and admiration, influencing garden designs in later civilizations. Situated near temples dedicated to Marduk, Babylonians' patron deity, the garden underscored the city's spiritual devotion intertwined with its cultural achievements. The lush terraced gardens symbolize the prosperity and advanced engineering capabilities of Babylon, highlighting the city's ability to create verdant landscapes amidst arid surroundings. Debates and alternative theories. Despite extensive excavations, notably by Robert Koldewey in the early 20th century, no definitive archaeological evidence of the Hanging Gardens has been found in Babylon. Assyriologist Stephen Delay proposed that the Hanging Gardens were actually constructed in Nineveh by Assyrian king Sennacherib around 700 BC. This theory suggests that historical accounts may have conflated Babylon with Nineveh, especially since Sennacherib referred to Nineveh as the New Babylon after its conquest. Archaeological findings in Nineveh reveal sophisticated aqueduct systems and inscriptions detailing extensive garden constructions under Sennacherib's reign, aligning to the descriptions of the Hanging Gardens. Some ancient texts attribute the gardens to a Syrian king, which could correspond to Sennacherib of Assyria, supporting the Nineveh hypothesis. The true existence and location of the Hanging Gardens remain subjects of academic debate, with no consensus reached due to limited conclusive evidence. Archaeological evidence supporting the Nineveh hypothesis. Excavations near Nineveh have uncovered an extensive aqueduct system attributed to King Sennacherib 704 to 681 BC, featuring inscriptions detailing the redirection of water to Nineveh's environs. Palace bas reliefs from Nineveh portray verdant gardens irrigated by aqueducts aligning to the descriptions of the Hanging Gardens. Inscriptions describe Sennacherib's construction of a palace without rival, with surrounding botanical gardens emphasizing advanced irrigation techniques. A significant aqueduct at Zerwan constructed from over 2 million stones and waterproof cement, showcases the engineering prowess of Sennacherib's reign. The combination of archaeological findings and ancient texts suggests that the legendary Hanging Gardens may have been located in Nineveh rather than Babylon. Influence of the Hanging Gardens. The gardens exemplified the Persian garden's quadripartite design, integrating earth, water, wind, and fire elements, influencing subsequent garden layouts, emphasizing symmetry and balance. The garden's multi-level terraces inspired similar architectural approaches in later cultures, promoting vertical gardening and layered landscapes to optimize space and aesthetics. The advanced irrigation and water management techniques employed the Hanging Gardens set precedents for incorporating elaborate water features in garden designs, enriching both functionality and visual appeal. The fusion of natural elements with structural design in the Hanging Gardens underscored the symbolic representation of paradise on earth, a concept adopted in various cultural landscapes. The principles demonstrated by the Hanging Gardens continue to influence contemporary landscape architecture, emphasizing harmony between built environments and nature. Modern interpretations and depictions. Contemporary artists have created visual representations of the Hanging Gardens based on historical descriptions, aiming to visualize the ancient wonder's appearance. The Hanging Gardens have been featured in various literary works, symbolizing opulence and architectural grandeur. Films and documentaries have depicted the Hanging Gardens, combining historical narratives with visual effects to recreate their splendor. Modern structures, such as the Park Royal Hotel on Pickering in Singapore, draw inspiration from the concept of elevated gardens integrating lush greenery into urban architecture. Digital technologies have enabled the creation of virtual models of the Hanging Gardens, offering interactive experiences that explore their design and engineering. UNESCO recognition and preservation efforts. In July 2019, UNESCO designated Babylon as a World Heritage Site, acknowledging its profound historical and cultural significance. The site faces threats from urban encroachment, environmental conditions, and previous infrastructural projects necessitating comprehensive conservation strategies. UNESCO's recognition has galvanized global efforts to support Iraq in preserving and rehabilitating Babylon's archaeological integrity. The World Heritage designation aims to boost sustainable tourism, contributing to local economic development and cultural awareness. Ongoing initiatives focus on site management, community involvement, and educational programs to ensure the site's preservation for future generations. Legacy and modern influence. The Hanging Gardens exemplify ancient engineering prowess and have become an enduring symbol of human creativity and ambition. Modern structures, such as the Hanging Gardens of Basingstoke in UK, draw direct inspiration from the concept of elevated gardens integrating greenery into urban design. The ancient gardens have influenced contemporary sustainable architecture, promoting the integration of green spaces within urban environments to enhance aesthetics and environmental quality. The Hanging Gardens continue to inspire art, literature, and film, symbolizing opulence and fusion of nature with human made structures. Studying the Hanging Gardens offers insights into ancient civilizations, technological advancements, and their approaches to harmonizing built environments with nature. Thank you for watching this episode on the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. I hope it helped you to understand the historical, architectural, and cultural significance of this ancient wonder. If you found the video informative, do support the channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Your support encourages me to keep creating quality content for students, history enthusiasts, and competitive exam aspirants. Don't forget to leave your thoughts or questions in the comments. I would love to hear from you. This is Rig. See you in the next episode with another deep dive into the past. Keep exploring history the right way.